This story is about fear, suspense, and facing the unknown. A young woman named Emily receives a call from her own number, with her own voice warning her not to leave the house. Strange events unfold, and she must confront a terrifying double of herself while trying to stay safe. Listen and let this thrilling story also help you improve your English. It was a quiet evening in a small town. The rain had just stopped and the streets were wet and shiny like glass. Inside a small house on the edge of town lived a girl named Emily. She was 19, lived alone, and often joked that her only roommate was the old fridge that made strange noises at night. On that evening, Emily sat on the couch with a blanket watching an old horror movie on TV. She liked to laugh at the silly special effects, but sometimes the dark corners of her living room made her feel less brave. Her phone buzzed on the table. She grabbed it without looking, expecting a message from her friend. But it wasn't a message. It was a call. And the screen showed something strange. The call was coming from her own number. Emily froze. At first she thought it was some kind of mistake. A glitch. But the phone kept ringing, the screen bright in the dark room, her own name written on it. She laughed nervously. Maybe I finally called myself. Very funny. But her hand was shaking when she answered. And then she heard her own voice say, "Emily, don't leave the house." Emily held the phone close to her ear, her heart beating fast. Her own voice on the line whispered again, "Don't leave the house. Please, don't." Emily sat up, almost dropping the phone. "Very funny," she said, trying to sound calm. "Who is this? Is this you, Sarah?" She thought maybe her friend was playing a joke, recording her voice somehow. But the voice on the other end didn't laugh. It sounded scared, broken. And yes, it was her voice. Exactly her voice. "I don't have much time," the voice said. "Something is outside. If you leave, it will follow you. It will find you." Emily's mouth went dry. She looked at the locked front door. Outside, the street was dark. Only the sound of dripping water from the rain. She tried to joke even though her voice shook. "Well, mystery me, thanks for the tip. But I don't usually leave the house at night anyway." The voice replied sharply, "I'm not joking. And if you open that door, you will not come back." Emily's stomach dropped. She hung up the phone. The phone buzzed again instantly. Same number. Her number. Emily stared at the phone buzzing in her hand. Her number, her name flashing again and again. She thought about not answering. About just throwing the phone into the fridge so she wouldn't hear it anymore. But curiosity won. She picked up. This time the voice was louder. Still hers, but shaking. "Emily, listen to me. Don't hang up again. You think this is a joke, but it's not. You don't understand yet." Emily swallowed. "Okay, let's pretend you're me." "Fine. Why are you calling me? From the future? The past? Some parallel dimension?" She tried to laugh, but it came out thin and nervous. The voice on the phone didn't laugh. "It doesn't matter where I am. What matters is what's waiting for you outside. At midnight it will knock. Don't open. Promise me." Emily glanced at the clock on the wall. 10:27 p.m. Her skin prickled. "This is crazy," she whispered. "Why me? Why my house?" The voice said softly, "Because this is where it begins." Then the line went dead. The silence in the room suddenly felt too heavy. Emily dropped the phone on the couch and pressed her hands to her face. "This is insane. I'm talking to myself. Maybe I need sleep. Or less horror movies." She stood up and walked to the kitchen for water. The fridge hummed loudly, almost like it was mocking her thoughts. She muttered, "Yeah, thanks for the soundtrack, fridge." As she poured the water, the lights above flickered. Just once. Then again. Emily froze, glass in hand. Great. Now my house wants to join the fun. From the living room came a faint sound, like fingers drumming on the window. He tiptoed back, heart racing. The curtains moved slightly as if someone had brushed past them. Emily whispered to herself, "It's the wind. Just the wind." But when she pulled the curtain back, the street was completely still. No wind. No cars. Just wet asphalt glowing under the streetlight. She let out a shaky breath and turned back. Her phone lit up again on the couch. Another call. Her number. This time the sound of someone knocking echoed through the house. The knock was soft at first, almost polite. Emily froze in the middle of the room, staring at the front door. Her phone buzzed in her hand again. She answered without thinking. Her own voice came through, urgent and shaking. "Don't open it. No matter what you hear, don't open it." The knock grew louder. Bang. Bang. Emily whispered into the phone. "Who is it? What's out there?" Her voice on the line replied, "Not who. What? Looks like someone you know. But it's not. Don't trust it." Emily's eyes darted to the door as the knocking turned into scratching. Long, slow nails on wood scratching that made her teeth ache. And then, a voice. "Emily, it's Sarah. Please let me in. My car broke down." Emily froze. Sarah was her best friend. But Sarah lived across town and she hadn't said she was coming tonight. Her phone trembled in her hand. The other Emily whispered in her ear. "That's not Sarah." Emily's breath caught in her throat. She stared at the door as the voice outside called again, sweeter this time. "Emily, it's me. I'm freezing. Please open the door." Emily whispered. That sounds exactly like her. The voice on the phone, her own voice, answered firmly. "It's not. Don't believe it. If you open the door, you'll never close it again." The knocking stopped. Silence. Emily lowered the phone slowly, wondering if maybe it really was Sarah, maybe she really needed help. Then she heard footsteps. Light, quick steps moving around the house. First near the front door, then the side, then the back. A window rattled as if someone was testing it. Emily ran to the kitchen and grabbed the biggest knife she owned. She whispered to herself, "Okay, if this is a prank, I'm gonna kill Sarah first." A nervous laugh escaped her lips, but it died quickly when she heard the footsteps stop right outside the kitchen window. She forced herself to look. Something pale pressed against the glass. A face. Smiling. It was her own face. Emily's blood turned to ice. Her own face stared at her through the kitchen window. Same eyes, same nose, same messy hair. But the smile was too wide, too sharp, stretching in a way her real face never could. The fake Emily pressed a hand to the glass. Its fingers were too long, nails scratching faintly as it leaned closer. The lips moved, and though the glass blocked the sound, Emily heard the words clearly inside her head. "Let me in." Her phone slipped in her sweaty hand. She put it back to her ear, hoping the other voice would explain. "What is that?" she whispered. Her own voice on the line answered fast, almost panicked. "That's it. That's what I'm warning you about. Can look like anyone. Tonight it chose you." Outside, the smiling double tilted its head, tapping faster now. Emily stepped back, knife shaking in her hand. "So, it's me versus me. Great. Worst video game ever." The phone voice said, "Don't joke. Don't talk to it. Don't even look at it too long." But it was already too late, because the fake Emily's smile was growing wider, until it split the skin of her cheeks. Emily stumbled back from the window, nearly dropping the knife. Her heart hammered so hard she thought it might break her ribs. The double outside dragged its nails slowly across the glass. Screech. The sound pierced the kitchen, making her cover one ear. Then it spoke again, louder this time, its voice muffled through the window but still clear. "Emily, you're so tired. Let me in. I'll take care of everything." Emily's phone crackled in her ear. Her other self hissed, "Don't listen. If it gets inside, it replaces you." Emily snapped, half in fear, half in anger. "Well, that's just perfect. So my evil twin wants my house, my life, and maybe my Netflix password too." She tried to laugh at her own joke, but her throat was too tight. Suddenly, the double slammed its head against the glass. A thin crack ran across the window. Emily screamed and ran back into the living room. She locked the kitchen door, even though she knew it wouldn't help much if the window broke. Her phone buzzed again. A message this time. She looked down. It was from Sarah. On my way. Got snacks. Emily stared at the message on her phone. On my way. Got snacks. Her stomach twisted. Sarah was really coming. Then who was outside right now? Another knock rattled the front door. Softer this time. Emily, it's me again. I told you my car broke down. Please just open the door. Emily froze. That was Sarah's voice. Sweet, calm, familiar. Her phone rang in her hand. She answered quickly. It was still her own voice. Don't trust it. It can copy anyone. If you let her in, you're finished. Emily groaned. So what am I supposed to do? Starve inside forever? Her voice replied almost sadly, better hungry than gone. Another text appeared from Sarah's number. Traffic is crazy. Be there in 5. Emily's hands shook. She whispered, if Sarah is still on the road, then who's knocking? The knocking grew impatient. Louder. Faster. The voice outside snapped. Emily, I said open the door. The door handle began to turn slowly. Emily's heart raced like a drum. She backed away from the front door, knife clutched tightly, eyes darting to the window where the double's pale face still pressed against the glass. The door handle jiggled. Someone was trying to unlock it, or maybe it was just pretending. Her phone buzzed. Her own voice hissed, Emily, don't touch the handle. It can imitate you what you want, what you fear. Don't let it in. Emily froze. She wanted to scream, but her throat felt glued shut. She whispered, stay calm. Suddenly the double outside laughed. It wasn't her laugh. It was too sharp, too cruel. Emily, you know you want to see me. Just a peek. Come on. Emily shivered and pressed herself against the wall. Nope. Not happening. Not today, not ever. Evil twin, you're ugly anyway. Go haunt someone else. The handle stopped moving. Silence. For a moment, Emily felt relief. But then a scratch on the door. Emily realized she wasn't safe anywhere in the house. Emily's hands shook as she gripped the knife. She knew she couldn't just hide in the living room forever. She needed a plan, any plan. She tiptoed to the bedroom, trying not to make a sound. Every creak of the floorboard made her jump. Her phone buzzed again. Another call. Check the attic. There's something there. Emily rolled her eyes. Great. So now my attic is haunted too. Fantastic. She whispered to herself, trying to stay calm. She grabbed a flashlight and slowly opened the attic door. Dust fell in clouds, making her sneeze. She waved the flashlight around. The attic was empty. Just boxes, old furniture, and shadows that seemed longer than they should be. Then she saw a note written in her own handwriting. Don't trust the front door. Don't open it. Hide. Emily swallowed hard. Her handwriting? She hadn't written that. Not yet. The sound of scratching came again from below. The double was getting impatient. Emily realized she had to choose. Stay in the attic and hide, or face the double at the door. Emily crouched in the attic, clutching the knife and trying to control her breathing. Every sound from below made her jump. A creak, a bump, a soft whisper. Her phone buzzed again. She answered. Her own voice was frantic now. Emily, I don't know how much longer it can wait. It's learning everything you do. Emily whispered back. Learning what? How to knock politely. She tried to joke, but her voice trembled. Downstairs the scratching became louder, faster. Then a voice, her own again, but deep, cruel. Emily, come out. We can be friends. Or I can replace you. Emily's stomach turned. She scanned the attic, looking for any escape. There was an old trunk. She opened it, finding a dusty blanket. She wrapped herself inside and pulled it over her head. The footsteps stopped below. The double was listening, waiting. Emily held her breath, feeling the cold sweat on her back. Her phone buzzed once more. Another message. It was Sarah's number. Emily? Are you okay? I'm outside. Emily's mind raced. If she tried to answer the door, the double might strike. If she stayed, maybe Sarah would come in, or maybe it was all a trick. Emily peeked from under the blanket. Her heart pounded so loudly she was sure the double could hear it. She heard footsteps approaching the attic stairs. The door creaked. A pale face appeared at the top, the double. Its smile was impossibly wide. Emily, come out. I know you're there. Don't hide. Emily's phone buzzed. Her own voice screamed, now. Throw something at it. Without thinking, Emily grabbed the flashlight and hurled it straight at the double. It hit the face with a crack and the double staggered backward. The real Sarah's voice called from downstairs, Emily, open up. It's me. The double hissed, no, not her. Not her too, and darted toward the stairs. Emily ran, blanket trailing behind her, knife in hand. She met Sarah in the living room. Together they blocked the double from reaching the front door. The double shrieked and backed off, disappearing into the shadows. Emily's phone buzzed one last time. Her own voice whispered softly, it's gone. For now. Emily sank onto the couch, shaking. Sarah sat beside her, handing her a bottle of water. Are you okay? She asked, eyes wide. Emily laughed nervously, still trembling. I think so. That was insane. My own face at the window trying to kill me. Sarah blinked. Wait, what? You mean someone was pretending to be you? Emily nodded. Yes, and somehow, it knew everything. My voice, my movements. Everything. But my other self, my phone, it warned me. It saved me. The rain started again outside, tapping against the windows softly. The double was gone. For now. Emily tried to relax, leaning back. Next time I'm not answering my own number. Ever. Sarah laughed, a small, nervous laugh. Yeah, maybe we should just stick to texting. Emily smiled weakly, feeling the tension slowly drain. Her phone buzzed one last time. She ignored it. The next morning, sunlight streamed through the windows. Emily and Sarah sat at the kitchen table drinking coffee. The house felt normal again, almost peaceful. Emily picked up her phone and checked the call log. No calls from her number. No messages. Relief washed over her. Maybe it was finally over. She laughed softly, shaking her head. I can't believe I almost let that thing in. My own double. Creepiest night ever. Sarah smiled. You're safe now. That's what matters. Emily put the phone down and froze. A new message appeared on the screen. From her number. Good morning, Emily. Did you sleep well? Her heart skipped a beat. She looked around the empty room. No one was there. She swallowed hard and whispered, it's not over. Outside, a shadow moved across the front yard. The house was quiet again, but Emily knew one thing for sure. Some doors once opened never really close.